Thank you very much for watching Master Jason Feng Shui. Today I will talk about Paetongtarn Shinawatra, her rise and fall as predicted by Bazi reading. As we have followed the news and know that Paetongtarn Shinawatra has been kind of ousted out from the Thai government, and her term as the prime minister in Thailand was actually pretty short. Lasted from 2024 to 2025, and I will try to analyze her Bazi chart with you together and try to learn something from her Bazi chart. Yeah. So perhaps right, we will first of all look at the date and time of birth of these Paetongtarn Shinawatra first. Yep. So let me quickly turn on my iPad, and of course I will also share out my video link so that those viewers who have subscribed to my Telegram will be informed of my live broadcast so that we can actually do some studying together. I often want this live broadcast to be an interactive one so that my students will be able to ask questions and also to give me different kinds of input, which will help everyone in their study of Bazi. Yeah. So, if you have been following the news, right, you know that recently there has been an incident whereby there are some what I call the leak phone calls between her and some of her what I call the leaders that is from another country. Yeah, perhaps we'll just refer to because I'm not someone who is very good in recalling the news. Yeah, so let's look at what actually happened. Yeah, perhaps we'll just use AI as reference. Okay. So yeah, so let me also share with you the screen so that it is much easier that way. Yeah. Okay, so please bear with me as I am trying to turn on the what we call. All right, so let's read this together. Yep. Paetongtarn Shinawatra, the Prime Minister of Thailand, was removed from her position following a late private phone call with Cambodia's former leader Hun Sen. The late call, which occurred in June 2025 amid escalating border tensions, involved Paetongtarn referring to Hun Sen as uncle and criticizing a Thai military commander. The phone conversation was seen as a breaching of ethical guideline and was considered damaging and humiliating for her and her political party. The Constitutional Court ruled that she violated ethics and lacked the necessary qualifications leading to her removal from office. The leak incited political turmoil, caused her coalition's main partner to exit the government, and weakened her parliamentary majority, resulting in the suspension and eventual dismissal from the prime minister role. The court and its fallout significantly destabilized Thai politics and government. Well, to be honest, yeah, in my humble personal view, Thai politics has always been very chaotic. Yeah. I mean, she's just one of the incidences whereby, this kind of very unpredictable and unstable political development has occurred in Thailand. There were, I mean, throughout the history of Thailand, right? We often see political leaders being persecuted, being ousted out from their political position, etc. And Paetongtarn Shinawatra is just one of the incidences. So I'm not surprised, right, to be honest. But let's look at her Bazi chart to see what we can observe. Why is it that, her so-called, she's the prime minister, right? Yeah, she's the prime minister of Thailand. Why was her stay as the prime minister so short-lived? And can we actually find any clues from her Bazi chart? So I will quickly look at her Bazi chart together. Of course, we don't have her time of birth, but as according to the internet, is her She was born in the year 1986 and in the month of August, the 21st. So she will be having this Bing Yin as her year pillar, Bing Shen as her month pillar, and Ding Yo as her day pillar. Of course, we don't have the time of birth, so it will be impossible for us to plot her time of birth. But I will assume it to be of this Xin Hai because it will. I assume her chart is a weekday master chart, so I will choose this Xing Hai to be her what we call the time pillar. Due to the fact that she is someone born in a very wealthy family, we know that she is the daughter of Thaksin Shinawatra, and definitely is one of the most wealthy persons in Thailand. And that's the reason why I will have her having a heavenly stamp with the Xing metal and then the Yo and Sun metal at the up branches, subsequently having the high as her what we call the as the seven killing factor, because that will give her authority, right? As someone who is able to achieve the position of a prime minister, you definitely need to have some form of seven killing in your chart to be able to achieve such high level of authority. Yeah. So thank you very much, Yvonne, for watching. Yeah. So as I already mentioned, right, it is very likely to be a weekday master of the Ding Fire. Yeah. So perhaps I will also go through with you her decade trend. Her last decade trend is having the actually the present decade trend is having the Ren Chen, starting from the year 2020. This Ren water, if you are familiar with Bazi reading, you'll know that Ding and Ren will actually form a wood combination. So let me try to write this down so you will be able to have a better understanding. In terms of Bazi, Ding fire and Ren water has a lateral combination relationship. 就是用华语来说嘛，丁人是有一个和一个木的嘛，那可是呢，这种和嘛，不一定是代表呢，这个日主会有一个变化的情况哈，就是有我们所说的化气格。This combination may not actually transform the Ding fire. The Ding fire, in her case, would actually remain as Ding fire, but Ren water will be able to serve two functions, right? This rainwater within her current decade, what we call from 2021 to 2025, yeah, this 5-year period. As we have observed from her chart, so I will write it down as it will be easier for me to explain. If we look at Paetongtarn's Bazi chart, having Bing Yin at the year pillar and Bing Shen at the month pillar and Ding Yo at the day pillar. Of course, we don't know the charts we don't know the time. So I will just put it as question mark. Yeah, we see that there are basically just 3 elements within her Bazi chart. They are the 5 elements which are obviously present on the heavenly stems and the Yo metal, which are showing at her earth branches. All these are okay. So the heavenly stems are mainly of the fire, and then the earth branches are mainly of the metal element. Yeah. And the last one that is the most important element within her Bazi chart is this yin wood here. Yin wood is very important because it is the supporting element for her day master, Ding fire. So in order for this yin wood to be enhanced, we needed to have the water element. And no coincidence that we observed that from 2021 to 2025, she's having the run water, right? As we observe from her decade trend, run water is actually present within her decade. So what we can consider in terms of Bazi reading, 人 water is the 通关用神啊。通关 is very much like, let me write it in Chinese first. 通关 is an element that will be able to help channel one form of one set of elements energy to that of the other. For example, in her chart, metal, of course, is her inauspicious element, right? As a weak fire day master. But we have yin here, which is her resource. So when we have this Ren water presence within the Bazi chart, this will help to channel the energy of the metal to water and help to transform the negative aspects of this metal energy to enhance the resource factor. What we call 通关用神哈，这个就是我们的通关用神。Or if we are to put it even more simply, it is what we call 煞印伤身哈，也是一个煞印伤身哈。怎么样描述哈？我就慢慢的跟大家讲解。All right, in terms of Bazi reading, there is this mechanism called 煞印伤身. So to put it in the simplest term, she's of a Ding fire day master that is weak. And of course, metal will be her inauspicious element, right? Negative element. So metal will actually cause her day master to be weakened. Thus is a negative element. But when we are able to observe the wood element present within her chart, right, which is the yin wood, that she rely on for survival, and when we are able to have the presence of the water element, rainwater, this will create a situation whereby once again, right, let me reiterate this mechanism. Metal energy will be changed into water and water will be changed into wood, thus enhancing her day master, causing her to be having a political position that is powerful at the same time, having a lot of authority. But unfortunately, if you are very familiar with Bazi reading, you will know that this year is the Shi year. And especially, I have often mentioned that the first half of the year is represented by the heavenly stems. 2025 is of the Yi Shi, correct? The first half of the year is represented by this Yi wood, which will still be able to help her, will be helpful for her weak Ding fire. But towards the second half of this year is represented by this Shi fire. And given that her charts actually have Ren and Sun, Ren is at the year, right? And then the Sun is at the month. That will bring about a Xing. Xing relationship is a conflict. Xing relationship is a conflict that will often bring about very complicated situations in life that are negative. And in her case, definitely, it is a very complicated, rather, unexpected and complicated situation whereby she didn't expect her phone call to be late. And that has caused her to experience a negative turns of events in her political career. All right. So what I'm trying to say is that if you are able to observe this Ren and Sun within your Bazi chart in the second half of 2025, likewise, you have to be very cautious of this Xing. This Xing will bring about unexpected turns of events. Thank you very much, Mimi, Maria, for watching. So, all right, I will also further elaborate on what this 人生十三行 is all about. 人生十三行我们叫做无恩之行啊。In terms of Chinese, it's called 无恩之行. In English, it can be referred to as the merciless conflict. And this merciless conflict, which comprise of 人生事 will bring about situation where that people will be merciless towards you. People will harm you, not giving you any compassion, not giving you any kind of like they will not remember your good. All the good that you have done. They will just cast you out of your career, or they will harm you or hurt you. And this is usually a harm that is unavoidable. Yeah. So, right, that is the same case as Paetongtarn Shinawatra. Given that now she has been, you know, the government of Thailand has actually kind of, uh, you know, um, criticized her for such kind of mistake, and this has caused her downfall. Not able to continue her position as the prime minister of Thailand. Yeah, and other things that will often happen for this 人生失三行 are things that are related to legal issues 就是我们的非冠送那种是非啊，还有恩怨斗分我们叫做恩怨我把那个 banner 拿下来一下就是说我们所说的恩怨纠纷所以呢，它就是这种，因为这种我们叫做一些我们叫做政治上的一些是非啦，影响他的这个 Prime Minister 的这个 position 所以其实是蛮可惜的。而且呢，我们也看得到一件事情就是他其实呢，在这个2025年的下半年就会有一个转运的情况因为呢，它这个转捩点就在这个2025还有2026之间。我们八字还有一句话呢叫做什么叫做男怕交女怕脱。脱离的脱怎么写突然间忘记，脱离是这样写。铝泡脱。那这句话是代表什么东西呢？When we translate it into English, in terms of birth reading, there's a saying which describe that male genders would often experience turmoil or chaotic situations in life when they are entering into a new decade trend, right? When they're entering into a new decade trend or a 5-year period. 5 or 10-year period. Yeah, 5. Whereas the same is true for female gender, especially female gender wise. The changes will take place slightly earlier. It's like when they are leaving the present 5-year period or decade trend. That is the period of time whereby they will feel a lot of turmoil in life. And that is the same case for Paetongtarn Shinawatra. If we are to observe her Bazi chart, 丙寅、丙申 and 丁酉, currently from 2025 to 2026, she is having a change from this Ren water. Initially, Ren water was able to boost the strength of her yin wood, right? Which subsequently strengthened her day master. But after entering into 2026, it is of the Chen Earth. And Chen Earth is actually a very negative 5-year period for her due to the interaction between Chen Earth and Yu metal. First of all, Chen Yu will form a metal resultant element 就是他们会有变成一个金的能量对不对？然后呢，另外这个沉跟这个深也是一个水化水的一个情况will become a water combination formation So the next 5 years for Paetongtarn Shinawatra is likely to be very negative. Is likely to be very negative. And further down the road, we also see that from 2031 to 2035, it is of the same metal. So I don't see her able to return into politics in the next 10 years. She's not likely to be able to hold any important position in terms of Thai politics in the next 10 years. But as I mentioned before, Thai politics is often very complicated. Yeah. So now they have this new guy, taking on the prime minister role. This guy actually, her battle chart is rather stable. It's more stable than Paetongtarn Shinawatra. So let me quickly try to see the new prime minister of Thailand. Let me give you her name. Yeah. As according to the news, Anutin Chan. I can't really pronounce this. Yeah, Thai names are rather difficult to pronounce sometimes. So perhaps we just read it together, right? So as according to information from online AI, yeah. So the next prime minister of Thailand is Anutin Charnvirakul. Um, he was elected by the Thai parliament on September the 5th, 2025, representing the conservative opposition, Bujai Thai Party. Yeah. So perhaps we'll quickly look at the date of birth of Anutin Charnvirakul and plot her chart to see what will be his development in terms of is it going to be one that is more stable than this Paetongtarn? So he was born in 1966, September the 13th. Yep. So we will quickly plot his Bazi charts. 1966. And will be in the September the 13th. So if we are to observe his Bazi chart, I will say that he will have a more stable development as compared to Paetongtarn, yeah, due to the fact that he's of a weak Yi Wood Day Master and currently, right, very clearly shown that 2025 onwards, he is entering this Kui Mao. Kui Mao is actually his auspicious element. We can see that there are a lot of the month of branches of seven killing, and then the what we call the year and month is of the fire element, causing her to be a weekday master of the Yiwood. So yes, I will say that will he sees more positive development in the future? I will say yes. Yeah, this guy called Anutin, yeah, Anutin Thaksin, yeah. So he would definitely see a better development when compared to Paetongtarn Shinawatra. Yeah. So in terms of budget reading, we can actually see very clearly the rise and fall of a particular politician or a prime minister, for example. It is all written in their budget chart and in their decade trend development, and it's something that we can often observe. But as I mentioned before, Thai politics are often very complicated. Yeah, so I don't see like this is a permanent kind of situation. Somehow there will definitely be other kind of changes that will take place. Yeah, but today's topic will be more focused on Patong Tan's development, and if you follow the news, right, this Thaksin has also left Thailand already. He has returned to Dubai, yeah, to so-called for medical treatment. But who knows? Yeah, maybe he will not return. You know, and due to the fact that now since her daughter is no longer the prime minister, Thaksin's position is actually at risk. So, as according to the internet, Thaksin has actually, you know, former Prime Minister of Thailand left Thailand on a private jet on September the 4th 2025, just days before a court ruling that could lead to his imprisonment. Initially, he plans to travel to Singapore for a medical checkup, but due to delays at Thai immigration and airport restriction in Singapore, his flight diverted. He landed in Dubai instead. Yeah, so he actually has kind of make a very quick move out of Thailand. Perhaps we will just also observe Thaksin's birth chart a little bit as to see why all these sudden turn of events are happening. So Thaksin's budget chart, I will quickly pop it and we will observe the development together, right? In terms of his budget chart. He was born in the year 1949 and in the month of July, and it is on the day of the 26th. For of course, we don't have his time of birth, but as observed, the battle chart of Thaksin is actually having very likely to be of a weekday master of the Ding fire. And currently, in terms of his decade trend, is certainly entering into Kui Hai, which are his seven killing, and that will spell problems. And the decade, given that is of Kui Hai, Hai is also clashing with his day pillar. So will bring about great changes to his life in a negative way. And Hai Zhisou will also form a water combination formation. So not likely to see very positive development ahead for Thaksin likewise. So, but nonetheless, the situation, the political unfoldings, are often very complicated in Thailand. They are very unpredictable. You can be a prime minister during a certain period of time, and suddenly you can be a prisoner. That is Thai politics all the while. So, but we can see again that Bazi is able to see all these developments very clearly. So hopefully you'll be able to learn something today about Bazi reading. Any comments from any viewers? If you have any quick questions, please feel free to ask. If not, hopefully today's teaching, which actually highlighted the use of the 通贯用神, which is a channeling factor, is something that I will encourage you to actually to investigate further, to learn further on this, because this is a very important mechanism in terms of Bazi relationship, in terms of how they relate to each other, is a very important key in terms of unlocking the secret of whether you'll be able to achieve high political position in your political career. Example for people like Paetongtarn and Thaksin Shinawatra. So thank you very much for watching. And if you like my video, please like and subscribe. And I will see you in the next live video. Bye bye.